let's go into game 2 with the draft. TODAK versus the Valley. And it's now the Valley's turn to be on the play. TODAK answering back. There goes the Fanny and the Kaja, while TODAK takes out the Eve. So, again, I'm not sure where the Farsa was in game 1. Both teams just decided, yeah, no, we're not going to play with a box.
Yeah, so looking at TODAK's first draft, it's really all about like trying to work together, trying to set a lot of team fights, but the Valentina as well as the Fredrin really kind of denies them of that. So I kind of feel like whatever their first 3 pick is, it's semi-flexible so that your next second 2 picks could potentially answer the problems coming in from the Valley because they picked up the carry first. That's your main win condition, and I kind of feel like they just drafted around the carry, which is correct, but they weren't able to execute it well.
Oh, you can see how the Valley's baiting it right now. The question is, do you ban the Joy or do you ban the carry? Because first pick is definitely going to go into the Valley.
And that's not even thinking about the Valentina, right?
Oh,
in the hands of Hoon earlier. Now a lot on the mind of the young rookie from TODAK. Because earlier, I bet he felt the pressure again as a high and dry Hayabusa. If you have a game like that, and then you immediately have to go into game 2, fighting for tournament life. Can you imagine?
I kind of feel like what we have seen the entire day is a lot of teams, they will fight for neutral objectives together. So having someone like a Hayabusa is very tricky. Either you really show your presence in the lane or not. And it looks like TODAK, they opted to ban out the carry and the first pick Joy for the Valley. And here's the thing, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
I feel like right now, the fact that TODAK gave the Joy over, I think TODAK needs to find an answer with the first 2 picks. I'm probably dreaming, I'm probably throwing everything outside there because TODAK definitely needs to throw every single item away towards the Valley. I think they can look at the focus.
Yeah, no, and when they were considering everything, the Joy just came through, right?
Okay.
9 times picked, 55.56% win rate, and again, 46 times banned in 57 games. So 46 plus 9, do the math. That's a huge amount of joys that have been seen in M4. So far, the answer by TODAK. Oh, the Valley talked about this last night. There's the Hilda.
You're a huge amount of joy. But yes, the Hilda is here.
Makasi.
But the thing is, if MOBA Zane is going for like a Fredrin, a Barats, and all those kind of heroes, it really doesn't matter that much because the Hilda is really used to fight against heroes that are early game weak towards aggression. Fredrin and Barats, they're not really that weak, and they kind of got it doubled down because Hilda as well as Valentina is okay in mid, it's okay in pressuring the jungle, but they need at least one other hero to be able to answer that. And the Valley, they could honestly answer this pretty easily with a Lilia. Just clear the lane and then fight back.
Yep.
So I don't think this starting part of TODAK is that flexible for me.
Yeah, and I want to double down on the Lilia because you have the Lolita on your side, but again, it's TODAK who's going to be getting the first pick on the swing back, now going into the second phase. There goes the Ling. So far, 1 ult, all right? Chico guys can get his hands on 1 solid ult, and that's the Numenon Blast.
I mean, he can only take 1 ult, so I don't see the problem here.
I mean, 1 good ult.
Yeah, 1 good ult, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you see, I've seen some weird strategies coming out from my region is that if you see a Valentina on the other side, you kind of want to confuse the Valentina which ult to take, right? So right now, I feel like Super Shark's Lolita Luminon Blast, that ult is too juicy for the side of TODAK. So, but this is the comfort hero of the Valley. So what I feel like what the Valley could do is to try to use as a secondary engage to force Shiku to use the Luminon Blast early. So it's going to be like a Mexican stand down, right? Like, who's going to use the Luminon Blast first will lose.
Malaysian standoff.
I want to see if TODAK actually bans out the Akai because I kind of feel like actually, no. Letting Akai go would be pretty good because having an option between the Hurricane Dance, okay, never mind. I know them, they would ban out the Akai. Like, I know them, but I'm trying to think, like, actually, it wouldn't be that bad. But you know what? Better be safe because this could potentially be the last game. So yeah, ban out the Akai. Good respect for MOBA Zane as well.
Yep, a lot on the board left, though, for MOBA Zane. Again, heroes like Martis, Leomord performed very well for Incendio Supremacy earlier tonight.
Yep, please don't remind me.
Sorry.
There you go. But let me just run you down the reason why Leomord looks really good, right? If you want to draft a Leomord into your draft, you need someone to basically do the first initial damage, like big mega burst, like the likes of the Farsa with the Feather Airstrike. The Eve could also help with the slow DOT, and then you allow the Leomord to just ride in, just sweep everybody up. But from the side of the valley, currently, I don't see like that big mega burst. So
Not yet.
Not yet, but I don't expect a Leomord for now.
Is picking.
All right, so given that Formaze still doesn't have a hero, but again, that Hilda could switch up, TODAK picks up the Lunox, and I think this is their way of just covering up the fact that they see, all right, Mobazane, eyes on you. You might pick up a tank jungler here.
I feel like a Farsa may come out from the side of the valley because, you know, the Yuzhong has been getting banned away as well. I feel like that's something that you will pull out if there's no big black dragon coming to threaten the Feather Airstrike. So I'm thinking the valley is leaning towards there now.
Okay, so here's the thing. They pick up a Lunox, sure. Strong hero, great, love it. But again, focus on Super Shark. Try to time when you go in when Super Shark shield is down because he could potentially result your damage to absolutely nothing. And look at the draft from TODAK. They want to skill for a little bit. So it looks like here Mobazane is going for the Barats with 100% win rate and Hoon is picking up the Fermis. So this is almost like what TODAK wanted to do except the junglers way of playing is a little bit different. They still want to clump up. They still want to protect their main damage dealers. But in this kind of situation, TODAK, they got to make sure that they time it right because they could get punished very, very heavily.
What?
And an Esmeralda.
I mean, that's the shields on the Joy that they're eating up. So I guess Formaze now wants a better matchup against Fight Chicken. So, you know, healing old wounds immediately from game 1 to game 2. Now, with that being said, Lunox going into the Barats, Lunox going into the Lolita. I actually want the Farsa. I'm once been twice shy with this Faramis.
Yeah. I feel like looking at what the final pick from the side of TODAK, Esmeralda feels like that last resort coming out from TODAK. And I really hope it's not the last resort.
I kind of feel like the way that the idea is that Esmeralda, except for her ult, isn't really reliant on getting all those crazy skill shots. So it's much more reliable going up against the Joy. And White Chicken himself has proved that the Esmeralda is actually really good as long as you're not fighting against an EXP laner that kind of chunks you down so hard in the early stages of the match. So this could be a fine matchup in the EXP.
And I'm hoping it is because this could possibly be the last game in this best of 3. Match point for the North American representatives. This is the Valley versus TODAK. Looking at the early rotations, it's a mirror start, orange to orange.
Yeah, lots of things on the line right here for our Malaysian fans. Almost from the side of the North American region, they're holding their heads up high, but Yumski is here to wreak some havoc.
It looks like he's not really going to get much because Mobazane did see him coming through, use the retribution on time, and I don't think in this early stage it really matters that much because what TODAK wants to do for this time in particular is not really to punish heavily inside the jungle. It's more about delaying the fights because you have a lot of members that really want to scale up. Honestly, even the Esmeralda. So I kind of feel like what Yumski is doing is just to let everyone know, okay, you see Mobazane, he's here. You see Super Shark, he's here. You guys are not going to get surprised, so just make sure you guys farm up safely.
Yep, one small issue I do have looking at TODAK's lineup is expect to see a lot of Radiant armor, expect to see a lot of tough boots, because their only real main source of reliable physical damage is Rival.
Yeah, but also another thing that we kind of forgot is that Esmeralda might do very well against the Joy because every time the dash applies and when she's using the skill, those provide shields which Formaze could actually use.
Exactly. And now Yumski, a little bit overloaded. He's trying to stop a little bit too much across the map, and this allows Rival though to cross over. Look, he's taking a small camp.
Well, right now, looking at his emblem choice, he really does have to farm out a little bit fast. So in this game, TODAK is not going to do anything until like 6 minutes of the match. Once they got 2 items, then they can go in.
Oh, Fried Chicken going in already. It doesn't really have the ultimate as well. Now he actually have the ultimate. He's looking for some form of fight, but just waiting for the dash cooldown. But look at Formaze. He knows exactly where Fried Chicken is going. Mobile Zane still working on a turtle for now. Formaze, okay, the dash committed. Yumski, look at how the members of TODAK split apart, just providing so much vision all across the map. The valley feels exposed. They give up the turtle for now.
Right now, look at Ling, look at Rival. He understands, like, it's really gonna waste a lot of time trying to farm, but Super Shark smells it out and stopping Rival from getting the farm. And this is what TODAK has to do, and the Valley, it looks like they completely understand what TODAK wants to do. So no surprises for anyone. Yumski, did he actually get it? No, he did not.
I don't think so. That's Yumski. I think that's the ultimate being used just to make sure that he tried to create some havoc. But because of Yumski being so annoying in the enemy jungle, the Valley, I think they've got their hands full, right? They cannot hard invade this link, allowing Rival to just scale and hopefully get the items required to go into the turtle fights.
This is quite uncharacteristic compared to game number 1. We're 3 minutes in, not even a first blood. And of course, Rival here bought enough time for the rest of the map to go into a stalemate and get that first turtle. Yumski catches Hoon. Oh, he's trapped between 3 members.
Oh, that's the Bermuda Triangle from the side of the NA region is going to be... Oh, Yumski gets swallowed out right into the wall, giving the kill over the Basic. What a play. It's basically Mobile Zane giving free food for Basic to scale.
Right now, look at the goal, because yes, a first blood was given over. But if you're a late game scaling composition, if you're not losing more than 2,000 gold, then you're still semi-winning. As long as you don't let the gold disparity to go to 3,000, 4,000, TODAK still has a chance. But like you said, Leo, it's very easy to itemize against this kind of play. And Superstar is going for Tickle Guys.
Luminant Charge is already blast out. It's going to be Yumski that cancel the passion. Coming up from Basic will be allowed to shred, giving Momo Zane the kill as well. Chico Guys will respawn with the Luminant Blast at the same time. It's going to be Rival jumping all the way in, but Momo is coming over the chunk, but the co-author is denying Momo that kill. Momo Zane walks away alive.
I guess that's how this Theramis is working. Way to go, Hoon, proving me wrong. It wasn't really used for more DPS because their DPS is in the form of the peel. Off of MOBA Zane, off of Super Shark, and we haven't really seen much of Fried Chicken. LaFell, you've been watching the minimap. What's happening up top?
Actually, quite interesting enough here. Looking at the way Esmeralda or Formaze is setting up his own emblem set, movement speed is very normal, but he's actually putting a lot of healing for himself. So he's really trying to make sure that the early stage of the game, he's not going to get punished a lot. So that's why we can see that both EXP laners, they're just cutting a lot, but not really moving all across the map because they understand we just want to farm.
Yep, and we're still waiting for that rubber band. Again, the fact that TODAK is playing a late game lineup against the Valley, who wants to go early on. We're looking for a mid-game power spike here. I guess that's what Yumski's working up towards. 2 deaths. That really doesn't mean much for this Malaysian Hilda. Now, second turtle already spawned up. Wow!
Wow,
the quick start!
Flicker, Yumski gets caught out. It's going to be Hoon zoning it all away. Driver is already there, but Mobile Zane will still secure the turtle for now at the same time. Mobile Zane just, I don't know what he's doing. He's basically showing who's boss.
And he is. This Barats is just standing there. He's rocking that Demon Slayer emblem, and it's working wonders.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You got to look at the base stats, and Bharat's base stats is very, very strong, especially if he can get those stacks. Looking at his size, he probably has 16, 17 stacks right now. And in terms of items, Cursed Helmet is just really for the extra HP and extra damage.
Oh, look at how the Valley is actually cutting out, just sandwiching, making sure that Yumski, TODAK is not very comfortable to be underneath their own turret. That's a lot of damage coming out from Basic. Yumski walks away alive for now.
Oh, Rival and Formaze, though, making the most of the Valley's absence. They are going to get the push.
Yeah, they're going to get the push, and they're going to go run away. I know the mission. I'm not here to kill. I'm here to take down objectives.
Well, that is what I talked about in game 1. Don't care about your friends. Fight.
Oh, Luminous Blast going on. Chico Guys will be dragged all the way by Hoon. Basic coming out, shredding Chico Guys all the way to the ground at the same time. Fight Chicken, look at him. He's all the way in the back line. Momo can't do anything at all. The bench is going in, and Hoon will try, but Momo flickers back to safety. 3 members from the side of TODAK has already fallen.
The Valley just pushing that kill switch.
Formaze.
There's 4 members there.
I don't think that Formaze can do anything there. The Valley shreds the Esmeralda.
Right now, TODAK, they gotta slow down because they're already giving up 1.6k, 1.5k. They've been losing on a lot whenever they're going for the team fights. They gotta calm down. They gotta understand. They gotta split the map. They gotta open the map up. Do what they did just now in mid. Separate everyone. Don't let the Valley fight.
And so far, the way that TODAK is responding to the Valley's aggression is just quelled by MOBA Zayn, who was, again, I mentioned earlier, grown so much since the last time we saw him on the world stage. He's currently #1 as a tank jungler. At M4, he's taken about an average of 7,394 damage per minute in the world stage alone. So that's what's standing in the way of Rival.
Rival, man, he's gonna have a lot of problems. Yes, that is the turtle taken by TODAK. That's just more for like some form of, you know, consolation, trying to equalize the score. Look at how the Valley is playing right now. They're trying to use Basic as a sniper to snipe down this turret. This turret will definitely fall in the hands of the Valley for now. But looking at Super Shliomski, opening it up, looking for the play right there. Both these two teams, they don't really want to commit.
A lot of this is free currently for the Valley. They are ahead. They're able to check bushes so much easier. And so far, what's it looking like? Again, Lafel, you mentioned, if they're at least 2K-ish ahead, they're semi-okay.
Yeah, right now they're still semi-okay because Rival has the items, but will he die here? No, he should be able to leave. Looking at the itemization from Joy, it's already looking like quite a nuisance. Genius one, and right now Momo has to run away.
Yeah, Momo will be able to run away. Basically, the random shot doesn't really be able to connect. TODAK really looking for some pickups right here, but I don't think they can find any pickups. TODAK is defaulting to just pushing down turrets left, right, center.
All right, good news, bad news. For TODAK, the fact that the Valley isn't as aggressive anymore is a good thing, but bad news!
Caught in a very bad place, and that is the base of the enemy, but he's will be able to walk away like a boss! But Flying Chicken, even with the dashes, will not be able to connect and chase TODAK down.
Again, move around the map, avoid the fights. Fights are for nerds, all right? Just look for objectives. Understand your win condition because look at this, the way that they're moving around the map. Right now the goal is 600 from 1.6, so 1,000 gold lead, well not lead, but they got to recover back based on that.
Guys,
again, wait for the items, then fight. Don't fight yet.
Lafel,
don't be a nerd.
It's crazy how TODAK's handling this, right? 0 kills on the board, equalizing in terms of the goal, but they're trying to pick up a lot of fight on the enemy side of the map because, you know, 4 mace on the Esmeralda has been cutting the way, putting a lot of pressure. The Valley can't even look and fight, but Momo, oh no, he got stunned now. The Brilliance will not be able to pop, and the Valley cracks open the mid lane.
And now this makes this Lord all the more juicy, all the more safer. Look at Yumski, the position. He's gonna do barely bother Basic and the rest of the gang. Look at how much Hoon is doing to look for a pull. Not exactly gonna work out.
No, Chico guys.
Oh, 1v1.
Oh, it doesn't look very good for Chico guys to be on blast. Oh, what the block play coming over Chico guys. It flickers all across the wall, but unfortunately that is not enough. The fight ensues as the Valley, they're trying to talk down the Lord, but will be distracted by TODAK. 2 members already go down. The Lord resets.
I'm just as confused. What's going on?
So I think what really happened was that the Valley, they were really focused on the Lord. The Lord chunked them down quite a bit. So what really happened is that Yumski just goes in, adds some stacks to his ult, and then just slams down onto Basic. He died because he took a little bit too much damage from the Lord.
Stay down, Peter. Stay down. But with that being said, 10 minutes in, I'm guessing maybe this is where we start seeing TODAK pick up on their stride because all this chaos across the map, this is where Yumski just relishes. This is where Rival wants to find those amazing catches. And now the angle. Lord at less than half health. Look at this bush. It's so juicy.
It's so juicy, but speaking about juicy, Basic picks up Yumski. It is going to be TODAK, unable to buy some time, but the Lord resets once again. The concealed play going in, just wave clearing. The Valley playing this macro game. And the play of Tom and Jerry. It's a bite. Chico guys will fall in the hands of Hoon.
This is the American Ube. They're not letting go. They know that they control the river. They know that they have priority over everything that they set their eyes on. And even 4 mace is gonna get it. And down bottom, I think Rival can force this, but oh no, he's in trouble.
He will be able to walk away. Rival does have the retribution, but will not be able to commit because Super Shark could land on the stun very easily.
This is free. Lafel, what's the response from TODAK?
Right now, I'm just flabbergasted with the damage, but why should it gets down? Yumski secures the kill. Okay, here's the thing, right? Is it really just basic? Because the amount of damage going over to TODAK is a little bit too much. He has 2 penetration items with the Hunt Strike as well as the Malefic Roar. Looking at TODAK, they kind of have a lot of armor, so I kind of understand why the damage is so big. So they gotta really respect basics damage because Yumski tried, Formaze tried, they cannot tank, and Rival is
You see that?
invisible!
You see that?
That's really unfortunate,
Moba
guys.
didn't.
He didn't. Mobazane didn't. We did. But again, this allows TODAK to find these angles to make the most of the time they have. Good news, bad news, good news. This is just a level 1 Lord. And I think they are going to go ahead and defend clearly. Bad news is Basic is just feeling it. Basic just found his stride. Basic is going to use every little bit of space that Hoon and Shark buy for him. And best believe, soon enough, these inhibitors are going to be in trouble.
This game of Tom and Jerry, just TODAK just running away as you come in, trying to stomp down on this cockroaches there, would not refuse to die. It's going to be Formaze charging out. Basic is still in the right way, but look at the base of the Valley. It's going to be the Link all the way at the backside, and now it's TODAK desperately trying to stall time. Basic picks up Chiku guys at the same time for now, but it's going to be Rival cracking down the bottom lane.
Come on,
Look at the Valley.
please.
Look at the base. It's going to be Rival. The backdoor unsuccessful.
And the clapback is going to be all the worse because there's 3 members of the Valley knocking in TODAK's door. And there's only 2 defenders.
There's only 2 defenders left, but what can Rival and Yumski do? It's going to be a super thick stack from the side of the Valley. There's everybody on this car, and they're looking to end it. 7 seconds, they just need to buy a blade one more time. Rival goes into the temple to play at the same time, but will not be able to do anything to stall it down.
No waves. LaFell, can they still do this?
They can still do this because, again, Chiku guys as well as Momo has recovered. If only they were able to survive, it would have done well. So now TODAK, they gotta look at how the Valley is actually approaching the fight. You gotta find a way to not get caught, because if you don't get caught, you're not taking damage. If you're not taking damage, you have hope.
And the hope here is that TODAK is looking at a huge gold lead, right? 4K, but the map is on their side. It's easier for them to split push, and they force the Valley to basically have this permanent bit of damage, a gaping wound in the bottom lane, and that's all thanks to Rival.
I really like what TODAK's doing here, right? They've literally given a run on site to any single member from the side of the Valley. Do not engage, just run away, just be as annoying as possible, and we buy time for Rival to slowly take turrets one by one.
Like I said, don't care about your friends, don't care about your friends right now. Rival's going up against White Chica, but it's not a 1v1. It's a 1v2.
Yeah.
It looks like White Chica still got the kill. What?
Yeah, it's just crazy, right? The amount of time that White Chicken was able to buy at the bottom lane, and now it's going to be the Valley. It's a 4v4 at the pit right now. It's going to be a 4v3, mind you. And look at TODAK. They're super greedy. They're doing so many things at the right time, but unfortunately, it is going to be Hoon that will be lost. But no! TODAK! They stole the Lord!
Where'd the damage come from?
Here's the thing, I don't care. He got it great. So, again, this is what I recommended in the first series. Forget about your friends. Friends are for nerds. Just look for something else all across the map. Objectives, the name of the game. What game? Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
So friends and fighting are for nerds.
Exactly.
And forget those things if you want to win, and that's what TODAK is doing. They've shrank the gold lead. They have a Luminous Lord marching on their side to the bottom lane. That lane that Rival just permanently put a dent in, that the Valley has to potentially protect all this time. And now look, Purple, gonna get stolen here by Rival. Mobazane forced to respond, and suddenly the map is red.
Yeah, it's so crazy how TODAK was able to make a bad situation good. They found that small little chink in the armor. They pushed in every single might. They break through the impenetrable fortress of the Valley, and it's slowly getting shattered. The Luminous Lord was being able to defend by the Valley. TODAK right now taking turrets one by one.
That damage? Not cool.
Not cool.
That was quite a lot.
You felt it.
I felt it. We're sitting here. I feel like I have a hole in my blazer.
That's what that was.
That's what it is.
So again, Basic, they're looking for an answer to this Beatrix. And Rival, maybe that's their one choice, right? Rival, Yumski, Formaze has already so much on his plate. He's dealing with White Chicken. I mean, 3 or 4 members of TODAK are dealing with White Chicken, and now Rival making a play for top. Can he repeat what he did down bottom? Can he replicate the results?
I mean, looking at this, a concealed play is going to happen, but will they find anyone from TODAK? They see Yumski. Will they do anything about it? Formace is there. Right now, looking at TODAK, they're trying to pull the Valley all over the map. Like, hey, come chase me. Hey, come chase me.
Yeah, the Malaysian roamer says, make my day, come on down. But again, that's one big resource that the Valley have wasted, and TODAK can take advantage of that.
Yeah, by the way, I know you won't be able to have that, perspective that you can only see what the Valley sees, but based on my estimation, the Valley has no information at all where TODAK is. Whereas TODAK, because the Valley is moving as a pack, but they will not be able to find TODAK.
And I think that's one strength TODAK has over them. Once this gold lead shrinks, once the map once again swings either red or blue, TODAK can take advantage of that. Rival can make a play, can commit to a certain lane, and again force an inhibitor push, force permanent damage towards the Valley's resources. We're about 15 seconds away from this Lord, and look at how clumped up the Valley is.
Dude, one catch. The Valley just needs one catch, and it's GG, game over for TODAK. They don't know this, but Hoon and Super Shark are so close to Yumski and Chico, guys.
Yeah, it's just a play of vision right now. Something to take note. Very interesting. White Chicken actually swapped to the Rapid Boots. He needs to go around the map from one lane to another very quickly because TODAK is just creating so much invisible map pressure all across the board. This is a very beautiful game.
Not just that, I'm guessing the Rapid Boots could also be in efforts to pin people down, right? You have that passive that slows you down once you get hit by the carrier, and in this case, White Chicken. 2-2-3 doesn't tell the whole story. He's been holding down TODAK, keeping them where they need to be for the past 18 minutes. And that's what makes this Lord so perilous, so difficult, already at about half its health.
Right now, it's going to be a base trade, ladies and gentlemen. TODAK is actually going to try to take away the base for now. But look at the Valley. They're actually panicking, but no! Bombazine will be able to take down the Lord for now. It's going to be Chikugai, Yumski, and Formace on the job right here. They're trying to delay, but look at White Chicken defending against two. But now it's going to be TODAK trying to slow down the defense of the Valley. But now Chikugai looking to run away. Mobazane a little bit too far, as look at how separated TODAK is.
White Chicken is the base guardian of the Valley. If he died right there, TODAK could have won. Because look at this, Rival as well as Momo cannot deal with White Chicken.
Oh no, Rival, he's in a bit of trouble. He has to run away. White Chicken on the other hand, he's having a lot of joy right there. Momo going in, but look at White Chicken, he's still at max health.
Oh,
but now
no.
the fight has been done on the side of TODAK right now. Basic, the Renner shot doesn't connect, but then TODAK has to defend the Lord.
Right now, looking at the Valley, the Lord is there. The minions are there. They're clumping up. TODAK, they have not won a team fight. If they gotta win, this is the moment.
This is the moment. The Lord is already chunk down one quarter right now. It's going to be the Valley going to look for some play for now. The Tempest of Place already used, and that's a big effort. But if you're passion, oh no, it's going to be Swarm and then Swallow. It's going to be Formace. Spin right at the board. Chikugai goes in with the counter. Will not be able to survive. Help with the base of the damage coming in from Valley. It's a little bit too much, but there is no minutes. It's up to this one wave, and TODAK desperately needs to clear this.
Mortality popped onto Yumski. They're taking care of the minions. Rival doing his best. There's the ult on Momo.
It is going to be TODAK fighting for survival in the lower brackets. The Valley, they're crashing on the core. As ladies and gentlemen, the Valley survives.
And through their survival, one must fall. Our heart goes out to the MC result timers. The last Malaysian team takes their bow here at M4. GG well played to TODAK, but tonight only one team stands tall in this best of three.